Well, it's interesting. Dallas and Texas in general right now is very popular. One is we don't have a state income tax, and our housing prices are low. We've got a Central Standard Time zone, relatively speaking, our real estate compared to both coasts, whether it's the West Coast or the East Coast. We have a great labor pool here, bilingual as well. So what we've seen really is if a company is coming from California per se, they're going to look at Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio. And if they're looking for the cheapest labor in the state, they're going to put the cheapest call center, back office, probably in San Antonio. If they're looking for a culture that is similar to California, whether it be southern or northern, they typically kind of like to set up shop in Austin. Austin has got that granola kind of feel and culture. And if it's a company that is looking for a pro-business attitude, a can-do attitude, that is in many ways somewhat like LA. We've got some of the flair and personality that you'll find in a big city. We've got our arts district now that is mature. It's sexy to be in Dallas. Our real estate is still cheap, again, like I said, relative to both coasts. We do have a large call center or back office industry here, if you will, or real estate concerns that are, domiciled in, say, the mid-cities or in the Irving markets. But overall, I think that we're going to see more relocations to Texas. And I think that what we've got to see is some of the housing on both coasts get healthier. Once the housing market improves in those areas, then they'll be able to afford to sell the homes and relocate employees to Texas. We also see companies that are or planning to go public leave states with the state income tax. There was a company that I was working with last year who is headquartered in San Diego. And they looked at the finalist cities, believe it or not, was Oklahoma City, Dallas, and San Antonio. I thought it was just a no-brainer for them to relocate to Dallas. And Oklahoma City was tossed in the final round, and it came down between Dallas and San Antonio. And they decided on Texas, one, because they plan to go public. And again, you're looking at that state income tax. If they go public in Texas, all their employees can enjoy 8 to 10% more return per share. So we didn't win the business. The back office, the first round of the relocation was to San Antonio, and they're going to bring the headquarters probably in 2 or 3 years. You don't ever want to shake up a community and say, hey, we're going to move to Texas, and by the way, we love you, San Diego, but we're going to move to San Antonio. I mean, that's a real blow to community, and so I think you'll see the headquarters move there probably in the next 2 years. So again, getting back to Texas, from a macro perspective, we are experiencing the growth that California experienced in the late 70s and early 80s, and we're going to continue to see that hyper growth. We have lots of land, we have lots of labor, we have no state income tax, and it's going to continue to boom here, I would say, for the next 30 years.